Beating your Norfolk Senior Cup dream over for another year. What was your take on the game?
You know, that was what it was. That's the hardest probably training session we've had all season. I thought, you know, we couldn't fault the lads' commitment. I thought they'd give everything, and we needed to score first. And I felt, you know, we had 2 or 3 half chances. I mean, Jack's head is probably a good chance to go 1-0 up, and then that'd give us something to hold on to. And it's a soft penalty. You know, I looked the penalty, but Jack said he was nowhere near, and the ref said he'd give the penalty for the first foul, which I find hard to believe because there was about 3 or 4 seconds after that. But you know, once we conceded the goal, that was an uphill struggle for us. And you know, with one eye on Saturday, I pulled a couple of players off who I was trying to look after for Saturday because I honestly believed that was going to be tough for us to get 2 goals, even though obviously I wanted 2 goals. But you know, that was a hard training session, and you know, Norwich made it very difficult for us. They train every day, they're organised, they're fit. And that was like, you know, wannabe Premier League footballers against Step 5 footballers. And I think at times the way they kept the ball and their movement all over the pitch and the way they fill in for each other when they vacate spaces, I think that showed, and that made it hard for us. And when we did get the ball, that was because we was charged and trying to get it back. We was giving it away too cheaply, and that was very difficult for us. And you know, when people like Danny White are getting cramp, you know, the lads have put a good shift in, and Ashley Deeney, he got such a cramp in his hamstring, and you know, that's how hard the lads work tonight. I thought Spriggsy first half worked his socks off, but that was difficult for us because they probably had 60-65% of possession. I just felt we needed to get the first goal, and which we didn't do.
I mean, to be fair, they probably had the better of the chances first half. The lads missed an open goal.
Yeah, of course.
You could have gone in behind. But second half, you've come out and you've had a couple of half chances yourself.
Yeah, I mean, on the sidelines, I said to Neil, you know, we're having a go. We're giving it as best as we got. We had a go, and you know, another time Jamie's ball into Jack Defty. I feel Jack would probably feel he could have done better with the header. And if we could have gone 1-0 up, you know, we'd have had something to hang on to. And you know, they was opening us up at the end there, obviously, because we was tired and we was pushing men forward. But you know, I thought that was a good game of football. I thought that was a decent game of football. I thought when we got it, we tried to play, although we didn't keep the ball as well as I'd liked. And obviously, Norwich City did play. You know, they don't. You don't come up against many sides in the UCL who play like that. But you know, that was a good experience for us, and that's a great training session. But we've just had a chat in there, and you know, that's about Saturday now. Spalding have got a new manager. He's brought 3 or 4 players in. And you know, what a better place for them to come and impress their manager at Lynn. So you know, we've got a massive game on Saturday, so it's no good feeling sorry for ourselves. We're at the Norfolk Senior Cup, and we've got 17 massive league games we've got to concentrate on.
Just going back to the penalty, I mean, Jack's obviously saying he hasn't made contact with the lad, but he looked as though he tried to make some kind of challenge. I mean, did he need to do that, really?
No, I mean, for me, that looked the penalty. The second challenge looked the penalty, but Jack said he stuck his leg out, pulled it back, and the lads just jumped. You know, anticipated Jack was going to lunge and jumped over him, but you know, that's a soft penalty. If that was that end, I'd have been screaming my head off for it. So, you know, that's how it is. But you know, we ain't lost anything in defeat tonight. I don't think that was a lacklustre performance. I think we've huffed and puffed and tried our best, and unfortunately, Norwich was just a little bit better than us.
Okay. Key is to take it on into the league, isn't it? I mean, that's the best thing.
Yeah, obviously this game is always going to, you know, be a more football game with Norwich there. They was going to try. They didn't get too tight to us, and they let us play a little bit, and that's totally different from the UCL football. But you know, we've got a job to do. We keep on about being Step 5 footballers and playing in Step 5. There's only one way to conquer that, and that's to win the league and get to Step 4 and see how good some of our players are. Because I believe we're good enough to win the league, and I believe a lot of the players are good enough to play Step 4 football. And obviously, the only way we're going to find out is to hopefully win the league this year.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
I'll give
Thank you, Gary.
Yeah,
no problem.